Hi all, so who doesn't love a good Primark sesh? I know I do, and because they've recently opened up again as well, I've actually never tried a bit of Primark makeup. So I've seen them floating around YouTube for a while and I just had to pick a load of stuff up, and we're just gonna get started into this look, I guess, yeah. So I've already moisturised and everything on my face, and because I'm going to be using a different eyeshadow palette, I'm going to conceal my eyes first. I haven't picked up a concealer. Just about summed my life up, really. Use another cheap concealer that I have, and this is just the old packaging of the collection concealer in the shade Fair, just to conceal the eyes and prime for the eyeshadow. This foundation brush as well, so I'm going to give this a go because I want to try and blend out the concealer and everything and the foundation with this, because I normally use a little stumpy little thing. So let's see how this holds up. It is quite fluffy, so maybe it will give the same effect. Fingers crossed. Okay. See, it did blend out well, but it didn't very keep much coverage for here. So I'm going to go back in with it. And try and build up the coverage a little bit. See if we can conceal these veins. I'm just going to pat that in there as well. Okay, so first impressions of this brush, at least, it's very fluffy and it doesn't tend to give that much full coverage. Probably not best for your concealer when you're trying to conceal all your marks and everything like that. I'm going to set the concealer that I've just used, and again another product that I haven't picked up is a face powder. I could have sworn that I did. I think I'm actually going insane. Translucent ones to just pack that onto the lid. Great, and now, I'm sorry, how unbelievable does this palette look? How nice are these colours? And you've got kind of, you know how the NYX ones have the different levels of such of the colours? So you've got like the matte shades into like the demi sort of shimmer shades, and then like the metallic, like intense shades, kind of like the levels of each shade that you've got. And I just had to pick this up because I thought this looked amazing. Up some more eyeshadow brushes as well, and this says that it's the blending eye brush. Now this doesn't look like a very fluffy blending brush, but we're going to give it a go because that's what they've advertised it as. Go in with, I'm going to start off with that matte shade as well and plop that into the crease. Plop. Comes off a lot more corally on the eyelid. In person it looks a little bit more like a peachy colour in the palette. Still an amazing colour though. I love this colour so much. Very, very smooth, and definitely getting a lot of payoff for these colours. Oh, that just blended out a dream, didn't it, really? Oh, I love these shades so much. Okay, we move on to the demi shade, that one here, and I'm going to just plop that up. Why do I keep saying plop? That is such a weird word for me to say. Put that all over my eyelid and then we're going to like jazz it up a little bit with the metallic shade afterwards. So there is a little bit of fallout, but it's okay. That's why I did my eyes first, because I had a feeling. Now I will say, on the lid you can't really tell the difference between the matte and the demi. It's kind of just blended into one, so there's not that added like sparkle in the demi, in my personal opinion, as there is on the metallics, hopefully, when we put that on the eyelid in a second. But that's fine, we can add a little bit of sparkle. Line, and they're going across this way as well, rather than like down and everything like that, so that's why I'm going across. And I'm just going to tap that onto my finger. Okay, I'm going to put that into the centre of the eye. That's nice. It's not crazy, but it is adding a nice bit of shimmer to the eyelids. I almost wish that this would have been the centre shade, and then there would have been like an extra like into the other ones. Do you know what I mean? Like another layer, because the demi shades didn't actually do too much. I am going to bring this into the inner corner slightly. Oh, okay, I don't know if this is showing up well in person. Oh, there you go, now you can see it. So there is just giving a nice little sheen to that shade. On the centre, towards the inner corner. And like I said, there is the tiniest amount of fallout. Matte foundation, natural medium coverage, oil free, and this is in the shade Ivory. Now I do have to say, I think that my Primark didn't have the best selection. I've seen more products in other people's videos and things like that, and I think it might have just been the one that I went to. So I don't get me wrong, there was still a great collection. I just feel like I could have had a bit more options. Do we try out this foundation brush again? We'll give it a whirl. Okay. Wow, okay. Oh, it's falling apart. It's falling apart and it's getting rid of the foundation. No, we're not using that one. I'm just going to go back in with my normal. Okay, so it's more like a medium to light coverage, I would say. It's blending out very well, which makes me just believe that it is that foundation brush earlier that was the issue. Yeah, so there is a little bit of coverage, but there's still bits poking through that I would want to conceal. So it's not like a full coverage. Does it say that it's full coverage? No, it does say it's medium coverage, so that's fine. It's definitely true to what it says in the bottle label. I am going to go in with my concealer that I used earlier, just the collection one. Because I didn't pick one up. And conceal under the eyes. And then everywhere that I've got some spotting, just add that little extra bit of coverage. Oh my god, it's like playing connect the dots at the moment. I've also been getting really red in the nose as well, so I've just put a little bit there to kind of like hide. Oh my gosh. Even my favourite brush is annoying me today. Can you see this? What has happened there? Why are these brushes like just really getting on my nerves today? I'm going to pat that in a corner. Set that with the powder that I used earlier. Does this have a name? Okay. Apparently I'm going to try and take the brow brush that's got the little spoolie thing on one side and the angled on the other. And I'm just going to go in with the matte chocolatey brown on the bottom here. Just because the rest of it's so coral, I don't want it to be like an all over orange eye look. I'm putting that on the light. That's more orange than the last one. Why are they all coming out so orange? I mean, I like the colours, but it's not really what I thought I had in mind, you know? So just keep that in mind if you're going to pick this palette up in Primark. It's more orange than you think. And because I have kind of winged that bit out a little bit, I'm just going to try and blend that out so it's not just a harsh line. Blend that. Okay. Nice. Okay, so I do have this like pearlescent shade here. Now I do have a highlighter that I'm going to use later, but I think I'm going to just finish up the eyes with this eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to take this metallic one here. It's like pearly shade, and take it on my little finger and try and press this into the inner corners to kind of give a little bit more brightness, because it is so dark and so orange at the moment. I look like I've got 2 traffic cones on my eyes. Let's see if this will open up the eyes a little bit more. It's very pretty. It's not as pow in your face. Okay, no, it's okay. It just takes a little bit of building up, which is fine. Oh, that's a very nice shimmery shade. That is beautiful. Just a really nice reflect to it. It's really nice. Okay. So now I'm going to blend out the rest of the concealer and powder my face. I'm just going to tap in the concealer with my foundation brush. Skin does look very dry. I do have some sprays for later, so hopefully that could help with it. I am going to go in with this powder brush that I got from them. Really nice purpley shade, metallic purple, and it's kind of got this like nice fluffiness to it. So let's hope that this works. That is the strangest situation. So I can see it flying everywhere, but it doesn't look like it's picking up on the actual brush. Did that pick up on the brush? No. Okay, so I wouldn't pick up the face brushes from them. I am going to go into my normal powder brush, which is just from Real Techniques, and put that on the face. Bronzer, I guess. I have this Whip Velvet Finish cream bronzer, which was £4. And now I've realised that I've just set my face and I want to go with cream product. Should we give it a go anyway? I want to give it a go. I've never tried out the Teint de Soleil bronzer, and I kind of get the vibe that this is what they're trying to go for. Cheek brush here, which I use for my cream products, and I'm just going to put a little bit on there. Oh gosh, I'm scared. Okay. Oh, okay. So I've just gone in and kind of like tapped this in. It looks really nice, really smooth. The fact that I've powdered beforehand didn't cause any problems at all. And I actually really love this. It is slightly on the orange side, but I feel like we can make that work. I've kind of just gone around the cheeks, under my lip here to give a little bit more of a pout, down the nose, down the sides of the nose, on the cheeks here, and it just looks really, really good. I mean, for a £4 cream bronzer, and considering I powdered beforehand, I recommend people pick this up. I think this is actually a really good product. You can kind of blend it out a little bit too far. I did have to buff this down a little bit with my face powder, but overall I don't think there's like, it looks really good. Smooth, very smooth. It's not too orange as I thought it was going to be. It just looks like really nice and sun-kissed. There's Carnival. It's very, very peachy coral. And then this is Rosewood, more of like a muted pinky toned shade in person. What kind of a colour am I going? I feel like I'm going to try and lightly wash this colour on, just because it's got the same sort of colour tones in it as the eye's got going on at the moment. So I'm going to go in with my NYX brush, 03 brush that I always use for my blush. I'm just going to tap in there. Let's see. Hopefully this isn't too crazy. Okay. So kind of try and separate it between the two cheeks. So it's not crazy, but just kind of, if you tap one cheek and then tap the other and try and blend that a little bit, you should be good. I'm going to try and bring this up a little bit onto the temples too. Oh, I love that shade so much. They are very matte, but that's fine because I'm going to use some highlighter and some setting spray and everything. But considering this is only £1, very, very nice shade. Perfect for like summery spring vibes. Gives a nice flush to the cheeks. I do look a bit crazy, I know that, but we're gonna try and melt everything in later. So I'm going to go in with this, which, can I just say as well, this is what makes me feel like there should have been another selection, because this is the only highlighter that I felt like I wanted to pick up, and normally me and highlighters, I'm like a bloody magpie. So the fact that this was the only one, I mean, it is a very beautiful looking highlight, but this is the only one that I really like the look of, and I just feel like I could have gone crazy, but we will put this on our cheeks anyway. I'm still very excited about this one. I'm just going to dip more into the champagne, and then on top of this afterwards tap a little bit off, because that is picked up quite a bit on the brush. And let's try, I always try at the temples a little more so it's not just pow on the cheeks. That is so nice. Very smooth. Not crazy, not too intense. It does give a really nice glow. It's definitely meshing well with this blush as well. very, very nice highlight. Like I said, it's not the most in your face highlight. It is given a very nice natural glow, and it is very smooth on the cheeks. It's Prime and Infused, and I'm guessing this is supposed to be like a MAC dupe, right? But like a fruity version. Hyaluronic acid and coconut oil infused, or we've got the hyaluronic acid and watermelon extract infused. And I'm just going to take the coconut one and try and spritz this on my face. I don't know if you've seen my other videos as well, but I have mentioned in one of them before that I'm not too crazy about facial mists, and this is just one that I felt like I wanted to pick up. Kind of looks right up my street, to be honest with you, like with the infused and everything like that. But I'm very like wary of them, because whenever I spray them it tends to ruin my look completely. So let's just fingers crossed and we'll try and spritz this, and I'm terrified. Oh god. What? It literally just hosed at me. This is why I don't. Look, it's literally coming up like, can you, oh, now it's, look, it is so like, okay, press down fast guys. So at first I was pressing it down like kind of slow because I was so nervous, and it literally just came out like a water gun, like just squirted straight at me, like right here. And then I kind of did it kind of like faster, like away from me, and I realised that that's when it comes out a little bit more like psst, like, so it is quite a nice spray, but you just have to literally just go for it. I don't know, maybe that's just because I'm a wimp about things like this, but yeah, just bear that in mind. That was kind of a bit of a shock to the system. Now I'm awake. So I'm just going to let that sort of set in to the face a little bit. Soaked my jumper as well. Oh, that's funny. 3 different mascaras. First of all, this. Does this packaging look familiar to you? I feel like I've never actually tried the telescopic mascara, but it literally feels like there's dupes for it everywhere. So I was right, look at that. So that's, I'm going to put that one to one side because I have used a dupe for it in the recent video. I do also, so sorry, that was the Lash Effect 3D mascara. And now I do also have this So Extra, or the Dramatic Lash. So I'm going to look at the wands. Oh, that's a hefty filler. Okay. Or, now that's really strange. It's kind of got like, the bristles up to here, then it stops, and then it's got like a little ball on the end. I'm intrigued to try that actually. So I'm gonna try this pink one, and let's see how this holds up on the eyes. It's very flimsy. I do think that with the little ball at the end, it kind of seems to pick up a lot of product as well, which I don't know if is a good thing or a bad thing yet. I will say that this does feel like it's grabbing the lashes really well, like kind of pulling them, but not to like pull them out, as in to pull them and lift them and coat them properly, rather than, you know, some of the brushes you pick up and you just feel like they do absolutely nothing. I'm just such a messy person. I will say this ball is very good for the ball on the end of the wand, not just some random ball. Is very good for picking up the lashes in the inner corner. Sometimes I find that a little bit difficult to do, so that's nice. So first coat, very lengthening. I'm going to do another coat to see if it like thickens it up and lengthens it even more. But I'm already a fan of this mascara. If you haven't tried Primark mascaras before, I feel like this is something that we all need to look into. This is honestly just a game changer. You get random like expensive ones that don't do this to my lashes. And this, I can't remember how much this was, but it wasn't much at all. So if you're ever in a hunt for a really good lengthening and thickening mascara, I'd say check out the Primark ones. I love this mascara. It looks so nice. There's so much volume, so thick, but not to the point where it just looks like spider lashes. It kind of like fans out very well. Really, really rate this mascara. So the last part that I have is this Jena Frumes. Is that the shade? It's this lip pencil. I'm not sure if Jena Frumes is the name of it or if it's, but it's this shade. It's like a very nice nudie peachy shade. I've also just seen that it's vegan, so those of you vegan lovers out there. Oh, that was a good start. Okay, I will say it's not going very well in the inner corners where you've got a little bit more of a moist lip, so you need to dry that out a little bit beforehand. And very nice shade. It does take a little bit of building up because this isn't the most opaque colour. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of settled into my lines here and it's kind of sheared out a little bit. These face brushes, probably not the best thing in the world. They did take off the powder and the foundation, and this powder brush, I tapped into it and it moved everywhere but onto the brush. So don't go for these. Really love this. So unless you spurt it really fast, you will get like straight at your face. But other than that, if you go really fast, and it just gives them a nice little spritz to the face. Hold it further away because it could be quite powerful, but just keep that in mind. A lip pencil. If you wanted something that was literally so opaque that you can like, it's smooth and everything like that, then I don't think this is for you. It's more of like a matte lip crayon that kind of, it has settled into the lines a little bit, but it's nice for a little bit of colour added to the lips. This eyeshadow palette, absolutely loved. Very confused by how orange it came out on the eyes, but I still love it. I do kind of wish that there was like another shade that was just like really like intense foil, you know, because this has got a nice sheen to it, but it's not like boom in your face, and I feel like that's kind of like the one more shade that it would be missing. And also that would be very aesthetically pleasing, rather than 3 and 4, it'd be a 4 and a 4. Is that just me being weird? Okay. Really loved this bronzer. I feel like it literally gave just a really nice sun-kissed glow to the face. It kind of warmed up the skin a little bit more, and it went well over powder as well. So if you ever mess up and you feel like you've powdered before you wanted to do, you know, cream products, you can still use this. I feel like it blended out really well. Actually loved them. It's kind of like a one tap and you're done kind of situation, but that's fine for me anyway. I get along with blushes like that anyway. I like quite a blushy look. You could probably tap it off in your hand a little bit more if you were a little bit too nervous about it, but other than that, these are the only 2 shades that I picked up. I know that they had quite a lot and they were really pretty shades, so you should definitely check them out. This highlight actually is making my skin glow so nice. It's kind of sunk into the skin a lot more as well. I think that could be to do with the primer and infused as well, but it's kind of just literally giving like this subtle like glow. It's gone on top of the blush and the bronzer really well. There's not just a strip across my face, it's really meshed into the skin, which I'm obsessed with. This foundation is actually very smooth on the skin, but I will say that if you wanted to build it up a little bit more, I think you're better off to build it up with some concealer rather than building up with another pump of this. It just didn't seem to build up very well, but the coverage came from my concealer more so, and it kind of meshed well in that way. So overall, I've kind of fallen in love a little bit with Primark makeup. Very, very affordable, and this mascara is just like, I think it's up there with one of my new faves now. So I've got 2 more to try out, so I'm like, we should be good. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you've tried any Primark makeup and there's something that I need to pick up, please let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.